Hi guys, it's John from Android Addicts, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Alcatel OT8 tablet. So this retails at about £150, about €170, about $180, and for that you're getting this massive tablet, as you can see, with a nice 11-inch screen, which is perfect for consuming media. So let's get inside the box and just see what we get, and see whether this might be the right tablet for you. So this is what you are greeted with when you open the box. You get the tablet itself, which comes with a pre-installed case here, which is very nice. We also get a USB-C to USB-C cable, user manual and a SIM eject tool, a 18-watt fast charger, and a stylus as well, which you can use on the display for drawing. Okay, so here is the tablet out of the box and out of the case, and you can see here, lovely bright screen here, and we're just going to go over the specs of the device itself and see how it fares in its average day-to-day use. Let's have a quick look around the device itself first. See here on the top we have the volume rocker, on the left-hand side we have the power and a dual set of speakers here. Nothing on the bottom of the device, and on the right hand side we have the USB-C charging. We have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and we have our microSD and dual SIM tray. Here is our SIM card tray. You can see we can either have 2 SIMs or a SIM and a microSD up to 1TB. Okay, so let's go over the main specs of the device now. So you can see here we have this nice 11-inch IPS LCD screen that's capable of 350 nits and a resolution of 1200 by 1920. Screen ratio of 16:10, and that is using Corning Gorilla Glass 5. So inside powering the tablet itself, we have Android 13 with a Unisoc T606. That's an 8-core processor with the Mali G57 MP1 GPU. Inside we have 6 gigs of RAM with 256 gigabytes of internal UFS storage. You can increase the RAM up to 30 gigabytes using some of your internal space if you wish to, but I would advise against that, just to keep things nice and fast. So inside this and keeping it running is an 8800 mAh battery with 8-watt fast charging. So you can expect to be charged in about an hour and a half or so, and the battery life should last you a good couple of days of normal use. This is available in grey, green and purple, and on the front we do have a 8-megapixel front-facing camera that is capable of 720p 30fps. And if I just flip this over, we can see here on the back we have a 13-megapixel wide camera. Now it looks like dual cameras here, but this is just a flash, as you can see, but this is the 30-megapixel sensor here. That is capable of 1080p at 30fps. It is running Android 13 out of the box, so you get all your usual Android 13 features. It doesn't really come with any pre-installed junk. This is just the junk I've copied across from one of my phones. We do also get an FM radio on here, so plug in your headset into the lovely 3.5mm headset jack, and you'll be good to go with FM radio, or use a USB-C DAC cable and you can do the same thing via USB-C. We can go up to 1080p on videos, so that is the max we can set, and of course that is running at 60fps. Now I have done some benchmarks for this tablet, so I'll put those on the screen next. We've got Geekbench 6, Antutu and 3D Mark. So again, this is using the Mali G57 MP1, so it's not going to blow you away particularly, but it is capable of running all games at their sort of lowest settings. Okay, so here we are in New State Mobile. I've got this set to the max frame rate and the lowest quality settings for graphics, and I've also turned off anti-aliasing. And it's running pretty well actually, it's quite smooth. You can get a good feel for how it looks whilst just running around in the training ground. So yeah, it runs nice and smoothly. You can see here things are taking a short while to load up. That's obviously just down to the slightly slower storage, UFS, but overall it's a nice experience in New State Mobile. Okay, and here we are in PUBG, and we have got this set to smooth graphics and high frame rate, but you can see here we are limited to 30fps, which we weren't in New State Mobile, so that is to be expected with PUBG. Sadly, it is not a very well optimized game. Still, if you're okay with 30fps, it does run absolutely fine. It does take a while to load up. Obviously you've got that slightly slower storage. You can see things popping in here as we go around, but overall it's a usable experience, albeit at 30fps. Here we are in COD Mobile. This is running with low graphics but high frame rate. You can see here we do get 60fps, which is very nice, even if we do have that lower quality graphics configured, because it does then offer you a nice smooth experience. Right, so here we are in Genshin Impact, and as you can see we are running only at 30fps, so it is a bit of a struggle on this tablet, but it does run, but obviously you are relying on the fact that your eyes are going to have to cope with 30fps. So if you can cope with 30fps, then it's okay, it's just about usable. But yeah, just bear that in mind. This is on the very lowest settings possible, just to make sure that we can actually run the game. Okay, so here we are in Asphalt 9, and we are in performance mode, and we are able to select 60 FPS. So you can see here, it runs pretty smoothly. It's not too bad at all. There are a few glitches every now and again when you do something unexpected maybe, but yeah, it's running pretty nice on the OT8 here. Right, so here we are in Xbox Remote Play. I'm just playing here with my Moga XP Ultra, which I do have a video on if you want to check this out. It's a nice little controller, which also pops out into this mini mode here. So what we're testing here is the Wi-Fi connectivity really to see whether it can cope with the speed required for remote play. So this is just remote play locally on my network. We are connected obviously to a 5 GHz network, so it should be absolutely fine, but let's just see how it fares. Okay, so you can hear actually that there is some audio lag whilst playing the game, because otherwise the game seems to be pretty good, but there is this lag every so often, as you can see and hear during remote play of my Xbox. Now, like I said, this is on a 5 GHz network, so it's as fast as it can get, and we are plugged in with an Ethernet cable on the Xbox itself. Okay, so what I've done here, just as a test, is plug in my Ethernet cable, and we'll just see if that's improved the performance at all. Yeah, so as you can see, running it with a Ethernet cable plugged in is much better. So that is an issue with the speed of the wireless itself. Okay, so here we are in Xbox Game Pass, and this is cloud streaming. We can see it's working really well actually. Been quite impressed with the quality here. I'm not getting any artifacts on the screen, and it seems to be behaving normally. Now I have got a good fast connection, which is helping obviously, but it's worth bearing in mind it seems to be running absolutely perfectly fine. Right, so here's a bit of drawing I've been doing on the tablet, and of course I'm only joking, I didn't really draw this, but I just want to test out the response time of the pen itself. Now again, I've seen this on other tablets before, where it comes with this sort of plasticky thing on the nib itself. I believe that's going to stay on because it looks like it's going to pull off the nib itself if I take it off, so we'll leave it on for the time being. On the other side is an actual biro, so don't use that on your screen. It's actually pretty quick. Okay, it's not going to beat the latest Samsung Galaxy phone, but it is pretty responsive, as you can see. But yeah, this pen is pretty good. It comes in the box, it's free, so you can't complain too much. You can see here we can get pretty accurate and stay within the lines if we wish to. Now, it's not a pressure sensitive one, so it doesn't matter how much pressure you put down, it's just going to be the same result at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a nice little pen to be included. Okay, so the camera itself, obviously it's not the best in the world, it's not going to win any awards. It does the job, and if for some reason you don't have your phone, you could get a quick snap and you'd be okay, but you're not really going to get any awards for Photographer of the Year. Video wise, again, it's not the best quality. You are limited to that 1080p 30 FPS. The front camera as well, it's reasonable for just those video calls if you need to, but again, it's not going to win any awards for Camera of the Year, but it does work okay, 720p 30 FPS. So I hope you enjoyed this video review of the Alcatel OT8. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you've got any questions or if you want me to try anything out on the tablet, I can do. Just drop me a comment in the comment section below. I have put an affiliate link in the description as well if you want to pick one of these up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.